Hello traders, this is Adam Halpern from Indicator Warehouse. So today we're going to do a short video on how to use a more advanced technique for figuring out what parameters you may want to use when using the Profit Manager's trailing stop. Now this may be irrelevant for some of you. You may already know that you like to trail a particular instrument with, say, a 3 ATR or a 14 SMA, whatever trailing style you may already have. Great, you can use it in this tool. And as you may or may not know, Profit Manager will then put on the position for you automatically. You can walk out the door and let it manage it in the market for you. But some people have been asking, well, how do I experiment with different parameters to see what style of trail that I want to do if I don't already have one? So that's what I want to show you today. And the way you do that is we're going to go into the indicator settings. So right now you can see number 20, show trail dots before entry, its current bar. Those are those starter dots you saw at the beginning. If we change this to all, I'm going to come back here for a second. It looks a little messy, but this is actually how the ATR set at a 3 would trail your stop. Now you may say, hey, I'm giving up too much profit when this thing's trailing, and so I want to make it tighter. Well, let's experiment with that and see what happens. So I come back into my indicators, and again, you can see that I'm defaulting to the ATR. There are 12 other ones to choose from, and I'll do those in the other videos. But for now, I'm going to come to my ATR multiplier, and let's tighten her up. Let's cut it in half. And I'll come back, and you can now see it's a much tighter stop. So let's see how that would affect us if we were actually trading. The beauty of the Profit Manager is it doesn't really matter what your entry signal system is. This will sit on top of any trading system that you're using because it's going to manage your position for you. So if I was using something just as basic as straightforward support and resistance. So let's say I see a support and resistance area here, and I want to see if price bounces off of it, and if it does, I want to get in. So I'll put my entry signal here.
Order pending.
And if I was going to put in a stop, I would put it there.
Order pending.
Let me get rid of this line. Alright, so let's see if the market takes us in.
Order filled.
Okay, great. So you can see it bounced off that support area, and now you can tell it's starting to trail by these green dots here. See how they're filled in? Now, one of the interesting features of the Profit Manager is I could turn off the trade management during the trade if I want to, and then turn it back on. I'm not quite sure why you'd want to do that, but if you did, you know, it's there and available for you. So let's see how our little ATR stop does for us. Now the ATR is a great trailing stop because it's based on volatility, and I think it's a great way of judging how the market's moving. There we go, we're already break even. See how nicely it hugs price action and tightens up? But then it gives it room when a trend starts to kick into play. Now this is a real position in the market, and by real I mean it's a real stop. It will move the stop in the exchange for you, so I wouldn't even have to be in the room for this. Alright, almost got taken out. Got taken out. Okay, so one of the things you'll notice is right now the stops that were used during this move are not there. All you have to do is hit F5 on your screen, and they'll come back. So you can see that the stop that took us out was this point right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a line there. And this is how you would experiment with your stop. So we know that a 1.5 ATR took us out here. Okay? So let's say we wanted to stay in longer. Well, go like this. Let's give it a little bit more breathing room, and let's say it's a 2 this time. Now with a 2, notice that we wouldn't have been taken out yet, right? So if I continue the action, let's see what happens. I'm going to put us back in the market.
Order pending. Order pending.
Now you can use Profit Manager with an ATM. It'll pick up the stop that way also. I just happen to put these stops in manually, but that's not necessary.
Order filled.
So had we not been taken out earlier, you can see that we would still be in play, and this is now giving us some room with that 2 ATR. Let's see what happens. The trick here is to wait for the pullback, because you know that if it was set at 1.5, you would have been taken out on a pullback. Let's see what happens.
Order filled.
Okay. So you can see here, just by using an ATR set at 2, you were taken out here, and obviously retained a lot more profit. So this is the way you play with different parameters to see what works best for you for your trailing stop style. Okay, let me get rid of these lines. So again, just a reminder, what we used here were these historical dots, and the way you get to them is by coming into the indicator parameters, going to number 20, show trail dots before entry. It defaults to current bar. And then it's just a matter of working with the different parameters for the different settings. I'm going to do another video on swing. I'm going to do another one on the bar high-low down here, and one on super trend. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining us. Good luck and good trading.